People in the Middle Ages believed some pretty crazy things, so here are the top 5 craziest things people believed were true. Medieval edition. Number 5. Animal trials. People in the Middle Ages believed that animals could be put on trial for murder. They actually did this. In 1478, a pig was put on trial in France for the crime of killing a child. The pig had escaped from its pen and then returned with blood on its tusks. The locals assumed that the pig had murdered a child and then used the child's blood to paint its tusks. After a formal trial, the pig was found guilty and sentenced to death by burning. What? No, that's not right. That's not how that works. Number 4. They believed in spontaneous generation. This is the idea that living things can just spontaneously generate from non-living things. For example, they believed that maggots just came out of nowhere when meat was left out in the open. What? No, they didn't just pop into existence. They came from flies that laid their eggs on the meat. But wait, it gets weirder. They also believed that you could create a miniature version of a human being simply by putting some clothes on an animal. Seriously, they tried this. In one famous case, a woman put a dress on a monkey and then tried to see if she could trick her husband into thinking it was her. Instead, he was like, "What? You look ridiculous. Are you trying to make me have a baby with a monkey?" And then he threw the dress away. The end. Number 3, unicorn horns. Okay? So back in the Middle Ages, they didn't have a lot of medical knowledge, okay? So when a sailor would come back with a narwhal tusk and say that it was a unicorn horn, people would believe them. Narwhal tusks were ground up and used as medicine for everything from headaches to the plague. It wasn't until the 19th century that people finally realized that unicorns weren't real and that these tusks came from narwhals. Number 2, the Earth's edge. People in the Middle Ages believed that the Earth was flat and that there was a big cliff at the edge of the world. They thought that if you sailed too far past this cliff, you would fall off the edge of the Earth and into the sea. This belief led to the creation of one of history's greatest sea monsters, the Kraken. The Kraken was a huge octopus-like monster that was said to live near the edge of the world and drag ships down into the ocean. Number 1, the 4 humors. This is the belief that the human body is made up of 4 humors or fluids: blood, phlegm, black and yellow bile. And these 4 fluids need to be kept in balance in order for a person to be healthy. So what did people do to keep these hormones in balance? Well, they would use something called bloodletting, which is the practice of removing blood from the body to cure illness and disease. They believed that if a person had too much blood, they would become ill, so they would have to let some of their blood out. But this practice didn't really work, and it probably killed a lot of people. So there you have it, the top 5 craziest things people believed were true in the Middle Ages. Do you know any other crazy medieval beliefs? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.